Game 3 of the current series. If you've not seen the preceding games, you should probably check them out first. Link in the description, as well as in a button on the video. Final game now, between Parting and Alive, in the MLG Winter Championship pool play. Now, Parting is our red Protoss, down in the southwest position here on Tal'darim Altar, whereas Alive is the blue Terran, up in the northwest position. They're currently tied 1-1.
Yeah, Parting losing last game to what I like to call Schrodinger's strat. There's 50-50 chance, because he was completely blind, had no idea what Alive was doing inside that box. And he said, you know what, 50% chance it's a pressure build and I die for taking this expansion. 50% chance he expanded and I'm alive.
Wouldn't he need to be simultaneously alive and dead?
Well, until he opened that box, until Alive came across the map, he didn't know.
I just don't think the analogy works. Not knowing isn't the main point of it. The scouts cross each other. So they both know where they are at this point.
It doesn't have to make sense for Starcraft.
Parting's probe gets up and sees Alive has very little so far. While Alive is building a proxy barracks right out in the middle of the map.
Oh, Parting's aggro probe only got 4 hits in. Oh, there's the 5th.
Now he is leaving the base, looking around, trying to find where is Alive's building, because he should have more than a single supply depot at this point.
Yep, it's in the middle of the map on the green hexes.
Yep. Scouting all around the corners of Alive's base. Desperately trying to find that building.
There is no base in this base.
Meanwhile, Alive is sending out another SCV out of the midway point between the bases currently. Barracks in the middle of the map has finished, producing a Marine right away, queued up to go towards Parting's base.
Yep, Parting is building the same thing he has been.
Parting is going to find out about the barracks momentarily. His SCV is just barely skirts by it. And the Marine comes out, takes a few shots at the probe.
SCV isn't quite sure if he wants to start the bunker yet, but the first zealot's on his way out. Ooh, gets a hit off, 2. SCV's at 8 health.
Meanwhile, his scouting probe still dancing out here with the Marine.
This is not...
Still avoiding death spark. This is not working the way
it's not looking like it's gonna work. I'd kind of like to see that barracks just lift off, go home, and see standard play from here. It's...
Yeah, Parting found out about it just in time. He chased that first SCV off with his zealot. And now he's chased the Marines back, but they have a nice bunker here by what would be Alive's natural to hide in. The barracks has lifted and is headed back home.
Yep. Parting feeling pretty secure about having scouted the cheese. It started as natural.
He is now expanding. And is pushing in with his 1 zealot, 1 stalker. Doesn't quite sneak the probe past, and he pulls back out after losing the probe. Just a little bit of real health damage on the zealot.
Yep.
Well,
one Marine is just in the base here, just shooting at the probe.
If he followed that probe all the way home, now a few more probes are being pulled to engage him. He's trying to get that finishing blow, but there's stalkers here, and that's going to prevent him from accomplishing anything. So Alive has scouted what Parting is doing. He knows that Parting is doing a quick expand in response to the failed cheese.
Yep, he's started his own command center in response. He's moved more Marines out to his bunker. Grabbing all of his gas and... Definitely an interesting start, but not necessarily a bad one.
He's moving out with these 7 Marines, taking over the tower. Zealots fleeing in front of him. He's stopping at the tower, just holding it for now.
Parting's natural is finished well ahead of Alive's, though.
Yeah, Yeah, meanwhile back at home, he has lifted his second command center and is about to drop it at his natural. He's getting 2 tech labs and a reactor on his barracks.
Parting going up to 5 gates.
He's been building up a sentry count. He's up to 4 currently.
Stim getting started up.
Still chronoing out probes for the most part. Doing that second mineral line saturated.
Yep. Probe set to move out across map, drop a proxy pylon.
Currently does 32 probes to 30 SCVs.
Yeah. Parting is up 3 supply, so basically even still. Moving out with some stalkers and his sentries here.
Tries to catch the Marines in some force fields. Does catch most of the Marines in the force fields. They're forced to engage, and they all die.
Wow. Using 5 force fields.
Yeah, a lot of force fields, but he did at least catch all the Marines. A bit expensive, perhaps. And now Parting is moving up.
Yep, a bunch of SCVs have already been pulled to repair the bunkers.
Forces the cancel on the first bunker. The second bunker in the line, which is already complete, has a whole bunch of SCVs piled around it, as you said. Now second bunker is completed. Illness produced. Force field goes around the bunker, prevents most of the repairing. Bunker does not last long. And Parting is continuing to push in here. This other bunker is not going to be completed. It dies, actually wasn't cancelled. More force fields cutting up Alive's unit forces. SCVs dying rapidly here as they try to engage this Protoss army. A few Marines still split off as well. Parting up 68 to Alive's 45. Parting is winning the battle decisively here at Alive's natural. More of Alive's SCVs being pulled to try and engage. Also more Zealots being warped in. Parting is just cleaning up at this point. A few more Marauders and Marines are out here now, though. Not quite getting caught on a force field. And Parting moves around by the orbital command. Scares off the last few units that were the last few miners. More SCVs now pulled. Another force field trying to prevent the Marauders, a couple more force fields trying to prevent the Marauders from getting good shooting angles. And Alive just GG's, he's down 19 supply.
Didn't have anything, and not nearly enough to deal with the 5 gates of pressure.
Yeah, he wasn't quite able to get out of the failed cheese. He didn't waste a whole lot of resources on it, but it still put him behind. And then the 5 gate he just wasn't ready for.
Well, anything that puts you behind as Terran against Parting right now is basically a death sentence.
Yeah, unless you're Marine King, they had a few good back and forths. Yeah, anyway, that gives this pool play series 2-parting, 2-1. I think we can look forward to seeing more of him as he continues to look like a contender for the title of the best player around at present. Should be a good times.